Hi, I'm Andie Bacle, and today I'd like to tell you about my problem of practice. So, as you can see in the center, I've got a circle because my methodology is going to, which this is designed, everything, my methodology is going to be interviews because this is a phenomenology. And so I'm going to go through each point, left to right, top to bottom. But first, let me start with the title and just the first part of the title. So, ready but not willing. So I'm a GED mathematics instructor, and my students who come to me are ready after I've taught them, but they're not willing to do what it takes to move forward to complete. And what does that take? They have to take the test. And so my full title is a phenomenological examination of the experience of students repeatedly enrolled in GED preparation courses. So from my perspective, if you see on this left, I've got this two parts of the circle. Think of it as the gas and the brake. So my students are pressing the gas. They come in full speed ahead. They want to earn that GED as soon as possible. They're committed. They come to class. They do the homework. However, they don't take the test. They slam on those brakes when it's time to go take the test. And so, looking over my problem and my purpose is to understand why, understand this contradiction. Because the problem is that we are helping at Lone Star College, where I teach, under our grant funded program, we help thousands of students every year sign up and enroll and take these GED preparation courses. However, we only have about 4% who walk away with their GEDs at the end of every academic year. So the problem is we have so few students earning their GEDs. And it's not because they can't pass the test. My students have right on par with the national average of 79% pass rate. Most of my students will pass. However, I can't get them to take the test. And so that's what we need. That's what I'm trying to understand is this contradiction that they're experiencing. So if you look over on the left again, my research questions, I've got two on my little clipboard here. So my first is, what are the primary academic and personal experiences of GED students who've completed at least two courses? And we're calling these two courses, we're calling them completed if they've attended at least 40 hours per course. And I've had several students over the years who have taken a dozen at least classes like this and have never taken the test. So the secondary question is, what are, if there are any, what are the competing commitments that contribute to this contradiction of them continuing coming to class and learn and produce this beautiful math work, but at the same time being so hesitant and reluctant to take that GED exam, any parts of it. There are four parts to the test. So looking on the right, my rationale based in literature. So in my literature review, I talk a lot about who the GED student is, who is this population, and understanding how because they stopped or quit or got kicked out or for whatever reason they dropped out of high school, they're kind of in this, I call them the in between phase, because there's so little literature about this population, because there's so much about high school and there's so much about adults and college students, but they're kind of stuck in between. And even on campus, we're on a college campus, but are they really college students? So they're kind of stuck in between, and they're also stuck in a way in the cycle of continuing to take the classes without ever moving forward with the test. So I talk about transformative learning, especially connection with academic anxiety, and especially related to mathematics anxiety. So many students come into my class telling me that they are no good at math, they're just not math people, they're never going to be good at math. And so I look at that a lot in the literature review. And then finally, I looked a lot at self-efficacy and grit and resilience, and then meaning making and assumptions that these students are making. So let me transition down to framework in the bottom right with that, because my framework is going to be Robert Kegan's constructive developmental theory. It's adult development and where adults are in their lives and in their stages of development. And I put this bridge image on here because some students are on this side of the bridge and they want to be over here, but they don't exactly know how to get there, or they're again stuck in the middle. And I'm going to use his theory as my overall framework, and then this idea of immunity to change and this immunity to move forward. That's the push-pull part of it. And so, and you can see him listed as along with Lisa Leahy and Jack Mesro and my references. But now I want to finish up with focusing on that methodology in the middle. So this is a phenomenology, and so I'm going to primarily interview. And I want to have 5 students who are not current or former GED students of mine, but students who do go to Lone Star College, and they've taken at least 2 courses. And I'm going to conduct interviews. And when I look at the analysis after collecting, hopefully all that thick and rich data from information from the interviews, I want to see what the themes are. And from my 5 students, I'm hoping to interview a broad spectrum: men, women, parents, non-parents, older, younger, so I can see if there are any common themes across the entire group, or is it truly unique to everyone? I want to see what's happening. And then above all else, I want to make sure that for ethical considerations, that this is benefiting my students, because I don't want them to feel in any way that they're being forced or used or judged even for taking 10 courses. That's okay. I'm just trying to understand what's happening and where the resistance is coming from. So I really appreciate your time, and I welcome any feedback or constructive criticism that you can offer. And hopefully I can share the final results with you when I get them. Thank you so much.